Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to share wins, fails, and fixes using the Doodly Whiteboard video.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Whether you're wrapping up a project, leading a team retrospective, or simply reflecting on what worked and what didn't, a whiteboard animation is a great way to deliver those insights in a clear and an engaging way. Today, we'll pretend we're creating a lessons learned type video for Acme Widgets, a fictional company, after they launched a new product. We'll highlight what went well, what didn't, and what they're going to improve next time. Of course, you're going to want to keep in mind what your company culture is like when you're making this video. Are you going to be super formal, or is it a little more relaxed? In our example today, you can see I'm using a little bit of humor here, and that's going to fit with the culture of our fictional company, Acme Widgets. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to keep this fairly short and sweet. You can make it however long it needs to be, but we don't want to belabor the point. So I'm going to do one win, one fail, and one fix. So that'll be about 3 scenes, one for each. I'm going to go ahead and keep this as our opening sequence. I do want the logo though. So I already have one. I'm going to type in Acme. We'll just use this one. Place it right there in the upper corner. You'll see by default this is a really long scene. It's 17 seconds long. I don't want it to be that long. So bear with me. I'm going to adjust the durations of each of these items. And really the only thing I want drawing on would be the title. That's the most important thing. And adjust him. So I want it to look like he's grabbing that. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of time here at the end. I'm going to do a little voiceover here, just welcoming people to the video, right? And I'm going to do each of these voiceovers one at a time, with one for each scene. So we'll start with the intro. And to do that, you go down here to the microphone section of the timeline, hit the plus sign. When you're ready to speak, hit this red button. And then of course you'll hit it again to stop. Here I go. Hi team, congratulations on the product launch. I just wanted to share a few wins, fails, and fixes with you. And there's a little bit of dead air at the beginning, so I'm just going to close that up. And then I'm going to slide that down a little bit. And then let's add a little bit more time at the end. So go to scene settings, maybe 1 second. And that should be good for our opening sequence. Next, let's add a new scene. So hit this little plus sign. And this is going to be our win scene. So let's take some text. Double click. Type in win. You could make it plural if you have multiple wins, but today I'm just going to do one. I'm going to go ahead and get the voiceover done for this. So I'm going to hit the plus sign and begin. Our pre-launch webinar brought in 2,000 leads, which is double than what we expected. I think that is just fine for that. So pre-launch webinar. So let's go over here to props and let's see. I don't know if anything's going to come up for webinar. Yes, perfect. This is something I had imported previously, probably from FreePic or Pixabay or one of those sites. And I'm just going to use it again. Let's do like an award also. So how about trophy? This one. Okay, so I have most of these pre-drawn. This is fading on, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And then we'll draw on the award. To do a fade on an imported item, you click the pencil icon and make sure reveal mode is set to fade, which I already did. And then I usually do like a ½ second fade. Depends, sometimes I'll go longer, but ½ second is pretty good. Okay, next scene, fails. Or in this case, one fail. Again, I think I'll have a nice big font. And I'm gonna do the voiceover real quick, so hold on, here we go. Okay, so we need something, like logistics. So let's try delivery. I think that's fine. And then unhappy customers, so characters, mad. I like her talking on the phone, screaming into it. I think I have a red slash. Let's see. Yeah, slash. Again, this is one I imported. Just reuse it. To import your own graphics, you just go right here to the plus sign and follow the prompts. Again, I'm going to do some adjustments to my timing. We don't have a lot of time to spare, and then a little time at the end. Okay, so this needs to go there. Shipping delays caught us off guard, leading to some unhappy early customers. You might have noticed the hand erasing. I don't really like that. So go to scene settings. This will adjust it for this scene only. Erase mode, smart mode, turn it off. Now let's look. Shipping delays caught us off guard, leading to some unhappy early customers. I'm going to zoom in a little on my timeline. You just squeeze, you pinch with your mouse. Did you hear that little thumping sound from my microphone? It's right here, that little thump, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Now let's listen. Shipping delays caught us off guard, leading to some unhappy early customers. Okay, so there's no more clunking sound. That's good. So we're ready for our next scene and our next voiceover. This is going to be the fix. So let me do the voiceover real quick. For a week. Okay, so I need something logistics and a calendar probably, or handshaking. So let's just see what we have. Shake hands. Yeah, I like this. And then props. Let's see if we have a calendar. Lots of calendars. Let's go with this generic one. Make it much smaller. And let's twist it. All right, I'm gonna adjust timing. And we're ready for our last scene, which is just basically thank you. So let's go here. Businesswoman. And let's find someone that represents me, as if it's me thanking them. All right, so that is looking great. Last thing we would like is just a little bit of music. So we have a little soundtrack right here. Go to your Sounds tab, Categories, Music, and you'll want to go through and listen to all of these songs to see what might fit nicely. I'll pick Exciting Day, and you just drag it down. And you'll see it's too long and it's too loud. So for length, you go to the end, hover till you get that little double-sided arrow, and you just shrink it down to size. So it doesn't abruptly end, right-click, choose Fade Out. If you'd like, you can lengthen the fade by stretching out this little triangle. To turn the volume down, go to the little speaker icon. I like to go about 10% or so. That way it's in the background, doesn't drown out the voice. And that's it. Let's take a quick look and we'll be done. Hi team, congratulations on the product launch. I just wanted to share a few wins, fails, and fixes with you. Our pre-launch webinar brought in 2,000 leads, which is double than what we expected. Shipping delays caught us off guard, leading to some unhappy early customers. We're working with a new logistics partner and adding a buffer week for future launches. Overall, we learned a ton, and we're excited to put these insights into action for the next launch. Thank you to everyone who contributed. And there you have it. That's how you can share wins, fails, and fixes with a Doodly whiteboard video. You can use these videos to recap what happened, keep your team or audience informed, aligned, and moving forward. I hope this gives you some ideas. Thank you for watching.